Okay, let's review what we did in class. I've already written a few things down just to get us started. The number of members in the family was independent, and the money, the grocery bill, was dependent. So remember, the total cost is always going to be dependent, and then the number of members for this is what causes the bill to either be high or low depending on how many members you have. So this here was your control because it causes this to happen, and this is the result. Now, if the members increase, what's going to happen to the bill? It's also going to increase. And since it says x-axis for independent, remember the x-axis makes an I, and remember the y-axis, it makes a D. From there, we had to label number of members, and then in here we had to label the total cost. Now, let's survey a few people. Let's act like we're surveying. So if you have 0 people in your family, you're going to have $0 spent on the bill. If you have 2 people in your family, the bill, let's say somebody said $125 a week. And if you have 4 people, how much would they spend in a week? Maybe $175. And then if they have 5 people, maybe $202. And we label our graph here. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to take that I away and make that 5. And since I'm going all the way up to 202, I'm going to label by 50s. So 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300. Okay, so 0 and 0 would be here. And then 2 and 125 would be here. 4 and 175 would be here. And then 202 for 5 would be about here. And if we sped up time and survey a couple more people, this is something that we could possibly get. And I want you to just notice what the data says. It's giving me points that are going up. It's increasing, because whenever you have 2 increases, it is a positive correlation. So let's draw a trend line, and for this, the middle of the information is about here. And we use this trend line to predict other situations. So let's say 3. My trend line says that at 3 it's going to be 150. So if I write 3 and 150 here, what does that really mean? It means when there are 3 people in the family, you're going to have or spend $150 on the grocery bill. And how are the points related? Well, the points are going to increase because this is positive. Not just that, but the points are also going to decrease because the smaller your family is, the smaller the bill is going to be. So remember, positive correlations have 2 decreases as well as 2 increases. So 2 decreases is not negative. That's a positive correlation. And for this problem, we can finally say that the money, the total cost of the bill, depends on how many members are in your family.